Welcome to Qi Men Dun Jia. Today we're going to start to learn how to use Qimen Jia Qimen chart to see the destiny chart of a person, analyzing the character, the relationship between themselves to career, business, their marriages, academic, indirect wealth, health, so on and so forth. In this particular video, we are only focusing on how to identify the person's character. Hello, my name is Dougles. I'm the Grandmaster for this Dougles Qimen Academy International. Thank you for watching the video. So here we go. Today we're going to base on this chart itself example to see and identify how to see the character of the person. First of all, if you see this particular chart, you'll notice that there's a lot of information that is so messy that you don't even know where to start. Not to worry, today we're going to do and focus on how to do it step by step. First thing first, we need to see where is the location of the person's. The person is always identified in something called the day. This is what we call the day stamp. So let me circle for you. This is what we call the day. So this is to identify where is the location of the person basing on the chart being plotted. So every time we always put in our date of birth, time, and then basing on the information that is being generated by the app itself, we're able to see a completely different chart altogether. So everyone will have their own chart basing on the time and the date itself. So if you see this particular box in the day itself, there's this Chinese symbol called the Xin, Xin, Xin. If you notice this Xin. So this is what we call a day stamp. So in this day stamp, we will see where is the location of the day stamp. Look at the one below, all the boxes below over here, which is the 9 boxes. This is what we call the palaces. So we have a total of 9 palaces, and we're going to see where is this symbol Xing located. So every time it's not always the same. Every chart will have different symbol. So identify where is the Xing. Xing is in this box number 4 and another one in box number 7. So if you notice, the black color one are all the Xing located. One is at the top of box number 7, one is at the bottom of box number 4. So what's the difference between this 4 and 7? So basically it tells you the location of the Xing, and every single box it tells us the information about their character. Character whereby this is box number 4, and we're talking about a person aged between 0 all the way until 35 to 40 years old. We do not have the exact time on what is the timeline in terms of the boundaries, but it's going to gradually change from box 4 to box 7. So box 7 is somewhere around 35 to 40 years old and above. So basically the person's character will transit from 4 all the way until 7, gradually between 35 to 40 years. So plus minus, it could be faster, it could be slower, depending on individual. Okay, so how do we identify the character? So if you notice this, all the symbols over here, this is stage 1, whereby it's between 0 all the way until 35 years old. We have 3 different symbols represent the information of the person. So if you see the top one, we have this 9 Earth, represented by the number 9, and that's Earth. 9 Earth represents somebody who is grounded, honest, and they are willing to work hard towards something, but at times it can be slow. View dog, somebody who is systematic, somebody love to look at beautiful things, like to present themselves with the best to the others, and they're willing to spend and willing to invest in themselves to make sure that they are in a good status. And bandit means that this person is brave, very daring, and of course they like to spend a lot of money. Or maybe on the other hand, they say that they may have a lot of money to be spent, meaning that they will lose some money. or correction, they will lose a lot of money. Bandit is a symbol whereby this person will spend a lot of money or lose a lot of money. So in their life, in the stage 1 itself, before even 35 to 40 years old, they will be able to unwillingly or willingly spend a lot of money or lose a lot of money in that aspect. And sometimes situation is that it may not be within their control. So that is the basing on the character and the situation of the person basing on the stage 1. Let's move on to stage number 2, which is box number 7. It tells us that there's a serpent, at the top of number 7. There's a serpent called, which is represent, you call it like a snake. So snake, in a way that it can be a bit fake, it can be pretentious, it may not be real. So meaning that, they can be very superficial in what they are behaving. But of course, as a serpent person, they like to worry. Not saying that they love to, but this is their normal nature, whereby everything, anything, and nothing, they also think about and worry about. So that's something to consider of. Open door, that means they are pretty open to new ideas. They are very liberal, they like to hug people. They're open to do things in front of people. They are not introvert at all. So they are pretty extrovert, So they like to network with people, have more friends. So they are pretty jovial people. And then there's also an advisor. Advisor means that this person, they like to study, they are very educated, and apparently anything that falls on their table whereby they are presented to study, they are fine with it. Of course, that doesn't mean that they can score very well, but they love to study, you see. So as an advisor, usually they tend to be more presentable. They like to present themselves, a bit like this view itself previously. So similar, but the education focus will be much more. So this is how we actually use Qi Men Dun Jia to see the surface level of the person, especially in terms of character. You see, but of course, this is only the surface thing that we can use for Qi Men Dun Jia. We can see many things, in multiple layers and different dimensions to see their career, businesses, so on and so forth, and what's going to happen to them in years to come or months to come. Alright, thank you very much for watching this introduction of this Qi Men Dun Jia. We'll see you again next time.